Yo, I have a question. In CS, I feel like at the highest level, you don't see overpeaking that much. Like people don't do it. So do you think it's because in Valorant it's not that bad because you get away with it easier, or it's because the level of play isn't there yet?
I think it's a little bit both. Yeah,
Both,
I
but
think
also
so.
there are more favorable fights too, right? Like because the maps are so much smaller. So maybe
Yeah,
that's
the
why.
fights are faster for sure. The
peaks.
fights are faster too.
Yeah, like it's more fast paced.
The
Counter
phase
Strike, you
go
could
down,
take
you
your
can already like finish the
time,
fight.
slow down. I
Yeah.
also feel like the
Yeah, a lot
skill
more
ceiling,
methodical.
as far as mechanical skill ceiling, is so low. Everyone just thinks they're gonna hit their shot.
Yeah, like it's easier to kill
I
people.
mean,
They'll get baited into like peeking because they're so used to hitting that shot normally or some shit.
It's definitely a little bit of both because you definitely
Yeah.
feel safer in this game with all the abilities around you. You definitely feel safer to like take fights. Like if you're playing Jet, Chamber, like even Raze with the satchel, like getaway.
It's less
You
punishing
feel like
for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Like in CS, you overpeak, you fucking die there. Like it's a big throw. In this game,
but
like,
it's also,
get away with that shit.
The players are definitely more greedy.
That's what I tell
Yeah,
people.
I agree.
Like when I die, I tell them I had him.
I had him, dude.
I had him. I swear to God.
Why'd you push? I had timing. Why'd you push? I had him.
I had him, dude. I swear to God, dude. Nice try. Nice try.
GG.
Whoa, this guy's in Snowman, dude.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing in CS, you get punished more. I think that's the biggest thing, honestly. In this game, you just don't get punished as much for pushing. I don't know if it's the skill ceiling. I think it's just the game, though. I think it's just harder to punish people that push you.
It's so stupid.
It's just
I
harder.
can't use it like that.
It's the best gun in the game. It's the best gun in the game, bro.
I literally can't use it like that.
Like how powerful that gun is and how fast you can reload it. I think the CZ reminds me, or the Frenzy reminds me of when the CZ came out in CS.
Yeah.
Where like
Frenzy,
pull-out time
Frenzy
is
on
so
LAN
fast.
We started winning pistol rounds after we started buying frenzies on LAN.
I think the Frenzy needs to get the CZ treatment in terms of like pull-out time and maybe like a reload or something, because like it's way too good, way too like efficient.
Is the Sheriff not worth it at this point? Or does it depends?
Dude, close range with a Frenzy, like a lot of these fights, like with utility, you can isolate close range fights like pretty easily.
I was gonna say you might as well just buy like light armor Stinger maybe. As well, Stinger's pretty strong. People don't understand how strong it is.
Yeah, I was just saying yesterday that someone.
I gotta try these guns. I never use the Frenzy or Stinger.
To the Spectre in terms of efficiency, the Stinger is more efficient. It does. You just have to ADS it and fire. It does more damage overall. It's easier to control.
They say you never stop moving with it.
Video.
Like you're supposed to like keep running and shooting it, right?
If you're really close, yeah, but the Stinger at mid to long
The
range.
Stinger, you have to ADS.
Yeah, you have to ADS.
Stewie, does it feel
for the Spectre too?
Stewie, does it feel weird playing the different game?
Yeah, a little bit. I feel like I was talking about this the other day. Like in Counter Strike, I feel like there's so much more gambles and calculated aggression. And throughout the round, people are always very proactive. But as opposed to Valorant, people are very like, let's say you're a man down, it's like not a lot of gambles. So I can't really speak for myself right now. Like I haven't really watched.
Like the options don't exist, you mean? Like
yeah, like,
do you think it's because of info?
I don't think so. Like if you get a pick somewhere, it's 5v4. Like it's generally like if you just wait, it's gonna be like 2-2, right? Like they're gonna wait somewhere. Like they just play together or something. But in CS, I feel like people can do like 3-1s, and then like 20 seconds later, they'll go for like a good calculated aggression and find info.
It's funny you say that because this game is headed that way. But just at the
Like,
highest level though.
I think it's heading that way too.
I watch you guys play and I see you guys playing it like that, you know? Like you guys get map control, you go back somewhere else, you bait them into pushing. But a lot of times it's not like that in Valorant. I feel like I try to think like that too much and it like kind of hurts me.
I mean, if you play like that in ranked, obviously like you're fucked.
I think people are just confident too in like the info.
I don't think that
they have,
protocol
like, the
exists.
alarm bots and like shit like that. They just trust like their like the rechargeable abilities and shit. Like it's gonna come back and they'll get info, so they just don't end up pushing. They just wait for it every time.
Yeah.
People aren't proactive. In CS, like you don't have those, so people like risk their bodies and shit. But
I agree with FNS though. I think it is headed that way because I feel like teams are starting to do that kind of shit where like you lean 3 and then push, or like maybe just even 4 gamble.
It's like the little mind games, you know? Like they
Yeah.
gotta like slow down, re-hit, like you gotta re-hit like very, very late type shit, you know?
If you guys watched Crew, for example, in the last Masters, these guys, anytime, they literally had a protocol where they would walk down B on Haven at 110 every match they played. If nothing happened in the round, they would literally just walk down mid at 110.
It's good
At
actually.
exact,
But that's too
it was
obvious
always at
if
the
it's
same time. Yeah, obviously they like fucked up because it was the same time every time. But like the game's definitely headed that way from like all the good teams.
Or even on Haven, I feel like a good one is just stack C and
Any
B,
team
right?
that has a CS IGL plays that way.
Yeah.
I mean, also, do you think like good teams that have like insane execs like really well dry ran? It's like kind of lame if you just stay in sight. You just get fucked either way.
Oh, this match is over,
you
chat.
have
Like
to
if
be
you, yeah,
proactive
you have
do
to be
something.
That's right
proactive.
way.
People that are getting better at executing, it's so hard to hold
Because
sight.
you have to
bro.
like recognize a comp,
Impossible.
right? If they have like breach omen, you're like,
Breach,
wait,
omen,
one
raise,
whole ass
fade.
spot is gonna get flashed, one
Nah,
whole,
it's GG.
the whole place is gonna get stunned. You have to like predict the whole retake.
Yeah. I feel like some people get away with not being proactive because some of the teams are shit and like their execs aren't that good. So they
That's
just end
what
up
makes
like
this game hard, right?
multi-fragging.
You have to like think about everything. Like,
Yeah.
everything is just like on the fly too. Especially when you're playing teams like FPX, who just has a new comp every game. You're just like, all right, we have to on the fly like think about everything they'll do.
Do you like
Who
the
adjusts the
multiple
best?
pumps?
I think it's good. Yeah, I mean,
I think so too. If
because
your
if
team
the
can
other
master
team
it,
has
I
no
think it's
prep,
good.
all the think about it, all the team that you're playing against, if you play with a new comp, the other team has negative prep on you.
Oh yeah, you get fucked. You definitely get fucked.
Oh my god.
Side teams get upset, literally.
Like your whole game plan could be like to stop plants because they have no Sage and then they play Sage the next day. It's like,
Just a Spectre, vulnerable up.
oh, this is GG. The guard's looking. I think it's
It is
GG.
GG, I think.